On today's episode of Black Plate Precision, we're going to be talking about Henderson Precision. If you're looking for a way to improve your reloading process in the long range precision game, you need to tune in. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into Henderson Precision. Now, if you're following along on Instagram, that's Henderson Precision. Go ahead and bring them up, give them a follow. They do have 235 posts, about 3,500 followers, and we're going to be talking about a different couple offerings they have. But the main one that we're going to be talking about today is their case trimming system. So, I'm pretty excited to dive into that because I do own one of these systems and I run it for my case prep, and it's pretty amazing. Um, Now, I don't spend a lot of time on their social media because they don't have a ton of stuff. They are a smaller company. In fact, they're actually relatively close to me, which was pretty surprising when I decided to look into them. So that's pretty cool. Um, that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. So let's go ahead, let's dive in, let's take a look at what they have on their website. Now, again, this is the case trimmer here, and we'll be going over that. And I sort of suspect they're gonna have some stuff on here about the process, maybe some of the other offerings that they're gonna have. But primarily, I know their main offering is going to be the case trimming system. Um, I think it looks here like they do a little bit of sponsorship, which is great. And I'm not sure if the owners are shooters and they're sponsoring themselves or whatever. I did talk to one of the owners when I was ordering the system. He's helping me figure out what I should get for what I was going to be doing. And super nice guy. And so this was one of the things I got the quickest because I was so close. So that was pretty cool. But you can see, I mean, not a ton of like super exciting stuff on here. But if you want to jump on, you want to follow them, they do make amazing, amazing product. So in that regard, and I know they do make these rails on the bottom as well for rifles. So they're offering some stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But I like to support people on social media, especially small businesses, and as well USA made products, which is great if you can find them. So you can see here, a couple interesting things. Now, again, where I primarily end up leading for most of my stuff, most of my content, and sometimes I'll go Instagram heavy if a company does a pretty good job there, but I'm on YouTube, right? So I actually sort of laughed at this. We have talked about the Ultimate Reloader before. Again, he is the go-to guy for all sort of product reviewing in this industry, and I will be doing some reviewing in the future. Right now, I'm really focused on getting you guys through some of the key websites that I think that will help you guys out in the precision long range world. But Ultimate Reloader, this is, I think, one of the first videos that I watched for the product. Impact Shooting is another company that I follow, or I shouldn't say call, I should say shooter, but I know he does have his company now. And he's based in Australia, but he runs a lot of the stuff that I have bought, and a lot of what he has said, Peter, has really helped navigate me in a lot of directions, sort of the same way that I was saying with Vallejo. Peter was another person that really kind of his content really navigated me a certain direction. Now, the thing with Peter is he is primarily PRS focused. That's what he mostly competes in. A couple other ins and outs out there, but I'm primarily focusing right now on bench rest or F class, and so some of his stuff isn't super relevant to me anymore, but it could be for you guys. So I would definitely recommend checking him out. The other reason I was such a huge fan of his is He is sponsored by MDT, and so far as I can tell, he's really the only one putting out a lot of content about MDT. And as you guys know, I'm a huge MDT fan. So definitely a good person to follow for all their offerings, as well as he buys really high end stuff. And so you get to see somebody using it. And he even does his reloading programs that you can purchase. And I think I've bought two of his three offerings that he has. And one is reloading, one was precision rifle shooting training, and so a lot of stuff over there. And he has a couple things he makes as well, which is pretty cool. But let's get back to the trimmer. So the Gen 3 is what I'm currently running right now, and you can sort of see there's some cool stuff on here. We have F Class John, which is another person that I've gone to. He does a pretty good job reviewing. He doesn't necessarily review like a lot of products. He reviews what he purchases, or if somebody wants to send him something to review, because he's one of those people that gets to beta test a lot of stuff. But from what I can tell, it's not this quite the same as Ultimate Reloader, right? He's mostly reviews the stuff that he has, but it does seem like he's getting a little bit more into that. And yeah, so I mean, we have Eric Cortina here. I'm not sure if he uses this trimmer actually. I think he actually uses the Giro trimmer, if I remember. There it is right there. So you could, if I didn't click on that on the left, that trimmer system. So again, comparison videos, things like that. Check it out. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff on here, especially for just really understanding how it works, why it's beneficial, things like that. And I do know for the website, there's a lot of stuff on there that that is featured from YouTube. So let's go ahead, let's jump into the website. All right, here we are. So we are at Henderson Precision, American made with precision. The thing that I really liked about them, and I've sort of mentioned these things before, is that it is expensive to buy some of this stuff. I'm very much about budgeting and having everything put away and then finding the right time to buy, because there are right times to buy in this industry, particularly towards the end of the year or on the anniversary of your company and things like that. But the one thing I liked about Henderson is that for orders that are over $200 or more, you get free shipping. And so I always thought, like, I always appreciate when free shipping is in there, because you go to buy it and then you're like, oh yeah, I owe, especially on some stuff that are more heavy, you owe much more to be able to get it. So that for sure. So their website is pretty straightforward. This will be a quick walkthrough today, which maybe some of you are excited about, because I know some of our walkthroughs are about an hour. But checking this out, you can see they have their case trimmer and reloading. They have Arca rail and accessories. They have some of their gear, which I don't currently own, but maybe I'll take a look at it, and maybe I'll sort of get some other hats. You guys see that I'm wearing the Anili Made Perfect hat right now, because it's the only hat that I have in precision long range shooting. So looks like they have some rifle stocks. And then let's do this about Henderson Precision. So does look like maybe that they do sponsor themselves, which is pretty cool. All our products are proudly made right here in USA by shooters for shooters, with a focus on competitive shooting and reloading. We stand behind all our products, which are manufactured under strict standards and quality and precision. Rest assured that Henderson Precision reloading and shooting products will last for many years to come, and if they don't, we promise to make it right. And I actually think, I don't know if it's on here, but I was reading through something. I'm fairly certain they have a lifetime warranty on sort of manufacturing stuff, right? I mean, if it's wear and tear, that's going to happen, if you misuse it. But there is a warranty that they have on there, and from what I remember, it's pretty solid warranty. Yep, here it is. All right, so yep, lifetime warranty, or limited lifetime warranty. The warranty applies to defects in material or workmanship. Parts will have been altered or mistreated are excluded from the warranty. If the product is deemed defective by Henderson Precision, it will be repaired or replaced, which that makes me really happy. I mean, really, really, really happy, because I do get sort of worried because there's some stuff that like perhaps I can maybe work on, but when I buy this reloading stuff, I really do not think I should be touching it, taking it apart, making adjustments. That's why I always call them when I'm gonna buy something I've never had. I call them, I sort of get their, opinion, and maybe that's not the best use of their time. But I appreciate it. I am going to spend a lot of money with them. And as you can see, I'm going to be talking about them. So I do want to get the most information that I possibly can. They got shipping, sell our products, which I don't know. Maybe I need to contact them and see if we can put up a website. There are some of their products on there. And I'd love to drive over there and check out their shop and stuff like that. So that could be a possibility in the future, guys. And return. So it looks like a 14-day return policy, which is pretty cool. But like I said, sort of basic website and things like that. And as you guys know, I'm always instantly click on the shop sort of person, right? So I'm going to click on the shop. Let's see where it takes us. So I want to go down a little bit and we'll come back up just so you guys understand what's going on here. So I run this system here. I run the Gen 3 powered case trimmer with the motor. So I bought the entire system as well as some accessories to go with it. I have it mounted to my bench. Let's go ahead and click on this real quick. Now, I did have to call them to really, I am, again, relatively new to precision rifle shooting. I'm very new to reloading. I'm still really getting a grasp of it and learning exactly how these products work. But I did give them a call because I was like, hey, I'm shooting 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm not really sure what to buy. So I can make sure that these are going to be trimmed correctly. And they walked me through it. So I was extremely appreciative of that. And they got me all set up and I placed the order right there. So, pretty cool. Lead time for trimmer is 1 to 3 business days. Now, I only mention this because there are a lot of times in this industry, especially with smaller companies, that you will wait a very long time to get a product. For instance, I'm on a wait list to get a front rest by Seb. I'm trying to get the Neo X, and my wait list from when I went on it was 12 months. It's now up to 16 months. That's right, 16 months. I'm on the wait list, ready to purchase it, and have everything put away for it. But it can be a very long time, and a lot of stuff that I expect already, if I'm going to buy something, I'm probably waiting 3 to 6 months at a minimum to receive it. So to be able to get this that quick and start trimming your brass is pretty impressive in this industry, to be honest. And they just got information on here, and then they have their videos again. Ultimate Reloader. And I suspect they probably sent him something to test. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I suspect that's what sort of happened. And they have the walkthrough, adjusting the cutter for the head. He's also got F-Class John on here, which I believe he got something to test. So I like that. That's sort of the thing for, at least for this website, makes a lot of sense. And if you're a smaller company, this is exactly how I think you need to execute on your website is, get some high quality video done from other people. And then, maybe like a trade out, right? Let them use it, let them have it. And then, but I do want to be able to link your videos, things like that. So I'm going to go back. That is the case trimmer. Now there's this coming out. I'm not really sure what is different between these two. Besides the price is larger. I sort of looked through it a little bit, but I think the thing is it's for ELR is extreme long range. And so I suspect that there's bigger components in there, and that's why it costs a little bit more. I didn't call over there. Maybe I should have, just to ask about that, but they do have it on there. All right, back to the top. So this here, I think is really cool. Now I only shoot 1 caliber. I shoot 6.5 Creedmoor. Will I make an adjustment at some point? Likely I will, because it does seem like a lot of people in F class and bench rest are not shooting 6.5 Creedmoor, but I also have a strategy and a mentality when it comes about shooting. And I think that there's an opportunity to be the best 6.5 Creedmoor shooter in the world, right? Why keep switching when you could find a way to master a cartridge? That's sort of how I feel about it. But again, you know, you don't want to be fighting, you know, a lot of things that you don't have to. So if I do ever, I will purchase this so I can have these different collet systems and I can have these different cutters set up for different brass that I want. And this does attach, you can see here to the side like that. I think that's really cool. I'm glad they made that. Now, I don't need it now, but I think 95 bucks, that's pretty reasonable price for that sort of still. And this, I laugh at this because I'll put a photo up. I'll show you guys what I had set up for when I was doing PRS, and it looked very similar to this. I sort of had to jerry rig it together so I could use it. And I don't really need this setup anymore, but I'm still going to keep it because you never know what's going to happen in the future. I might find the ability to do PRS at some point, and so that's why I haven't gotten rid of some of the stuff that I've bought in the past, like bags and clamps and whatever else. And so but I do really like this setup, and I think it's multi-purpose, and maybe I will run it for, you know, F class, because I still do take my Kestrel out there to read wind, and I'm sometimes the only person that's doing stuff like that. But you know, the t-shirt, what sort of fabric is this t-shirt? It looks like cotton. I'm not like a huge fan of shirts like that. I really like the sun shirts. That's what I'm wearing right now. I just bought this on Black Friday from Short Action Customs, and I love these sun shirts, and I will continue to buy them, and people continue to sell them. So and again, we saw in the on the social media, they have rails that you can attach to the bottom of your rifle, and then a couple, you know, smaller attachments as well. So there's actually more stuff on here than when I originally got it. Now you can buy just the trimmer system, and I believe you can run it maybe with a drill or something like that. Or let's say you know, really can only afford to do that. I think you can run it with a drilling system on the back end, and there you go. And then you can upgrade eventually and get the motor system, and I think attach that. And that's why they sell them separately for those who want to do that. So pretty cool that they do that. And I bought it all together, like I said, but you can do that. And then they have their tapered lock. So they have their cutters here, and again, corresponding videos. And so going into some of the stuff. So the way that this works is, and we're gonna, I think, put on a video today so you guys can get a little bit, but there's a collet system here. The collet system essentially opens up and squeezes down. As you tighten it, it'll hold the brass, and the brass gets pushed in and it'll trim. I bought this as well, this little bin set that goes underneath. Let's see if they have a photo for it. It doesn't look like it, but it goes underneath, so I can directly drop the trimmed brass right as I'm done. And I suppose it'll probably show it as well. Dry belt, so if you need a new belt, 2 round holders. I'm really interested in getting this case here. I almost pulled the trigger on it, but you know, I was kind of like, I have my reloading area covered up. I think I'd be pretty fine with dust, and I could make my own dust cover if I really wanted. But I really do like these nice cover branded ones. And for 70 bucks, I mean, that's pretty much right around what they're selling. So it's not too bad of a deal. Maybe I'll pull the trigger on that in the future. And then they have a loading block here, which is pretty nice. It looks like stackable. So nice little offerings here, right? So again, there's not like a ton on here as far as what they offer, and that's great, right? Because they're really just focusing in on doing making, you know, one of the best precision trimmers in the game. And I will say there's really, so far as I've noticed, for the elite competitors, there's only 2, and this is one of them. This is the one I decided to go with because really the people that I followed, this is what they use, and they all say that it's amazing. Now, I'm still sort of trying to figure out how to learn it, use it the best possible way. But for now, it is sort of working. And let's go ahead and watch. I'm gonna kind of scroll through a video, and I think I'm gonna go with this F Class John one, just because it does have the Gerard as well as the.
All right, let's take a look
Henderson.
at the two, arguably the two best trimmers on the market, and why you might choose one over the other. Now, I will tell you, I've owned my Gerard for a long time. I just recently purchased the Henderson. Yes, I paid for both of them, and yes, we can just get it out of the way. They are both expensive, but I definitely.
So you'll see this a lot with F Class John. He purchases most of the stuff that he gets. But he did just win mid-range Southwest Nationals, so maybe those sponsors are going to start rolling in. People wanting. I know he does a lot of beta testing for people already. He's a trusted person in the industry, so maybe. But I know that Eric Cortina, from what I remember, uses this Gerard over to the right, and then
they're both worth the money if you do a
think
lot
that
of trimming.
he's
So
using.
let me kind of go
Henderson.
through how we.
Let's kind of click
If we
through
get
this.
into running them, I have a decimal meter here.
So
Found over
he's
the
gonna.
years, is that if you're not careful with this, you can end up with the cutter just a little bit. That has made it really easy to come out and a holder for an acro bit. And this is a very anecdotal
So I do have this cover that you see here.
test, but hopefully at least
It doesn't look like he has the little box underneath to hold the brass, but I do have that, and it keeps all the shavings in one place.
gives you an idea. So we're gonna longer to do 20
he does
pieces.
have it.
So
you
an
can see
extra
right
second
here,
per piece of brass.
you will put the brass in, and then
Again, I don't
he'll
think
do
that's
it. And
horrible,
let's see if we can
but
find a
everybody's,
spot where he does it.
Use will vary, and how it consistency. There is a little bit. So at most we've had a 1,000 measurement really come. Press itself a little bit.
So it looks like I missed it
Off
somehow.
my reamer.
I'm gonna I'm sure it's in here for sure, but I'm going to see if we can get back. All right, let's get back to the website and let's go to Ultimate Reloader, because I do know that he's going to show the trimming. And if you guys want to know how these work, and you guys want to know, how to set them up and things like that, that's not really what this is, but I just wanted to show you somebody using it, right? He's setting it up right now. But you can sort of see that he's setting up the distance. There you go. Here we go. We're finally there. So let's see if he does it again. So you can see he puts it in, the collet holds it, and then you push it into the trimmer. You have to do a little bit of work to do the setting on it, but ultimately it works pretty well. And you can see here, pushes it in, and there you go. So pretty nice little setup. Now, my understanding is that it does the inside of the neck and the outside. Again, I'm just not super knowledgeable on it as of yet, although I've watched every single one of these videos, so I should be a little bit more knowledgeable on it. And maybe when I talk about these a little bit more and I go through my reloading shop, I can, give a little bit more insight. But I think all of these videos do an amazing job. There's no need to repeat it. But you can watch the videos that are on here. It'll really help guide you. They have their support here about, all of their sort of stuff, their downloads, and then their contact. So I think, all in all, the website's like pretty solid. It's easy to function. Obviously, there's not a lot on there, so it's easy to go through. Their customer service is amazing, but ultimately, right, really what you are looking for is finding this amazing trimmer. So check out these videos, check out Ultimate Realtor, check out F Class John, and go through the website. This is hendersonprecision.com. Hopefully you guys are doing the walkthrough with me, but it's a little bit of money. It's about $800 to get this trimmer. And is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it. If you are going to be reloading and you need to set that system up, this is a very good system for you to be running. I think everybody will say that if you look into the reviews. So very cool. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you liked the episode, if you want to see more, please like, please comment, and please follow. Your guys' support has been amazing. A lot of people are tuning in, not only here, but on other platforms. So check me out there as well. Give me a follow. But hopefully this is helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.